Well, good morning and welcome to our kitchen on what looks to be a sunny 14th of December. We're creeping ever closer to Christmas. So, Richard, what is on our Advent calendar today?
Oh, there we go. There's the Advent calendar. As Fran says, today is the 14th, and we tear that off, and we have, I believe, a shepherd. There we go, the shepherd. And the verse is John 10, 14 to 16, which I will just read for Fran. There we go. I am the good shepherd. I know my own, and my own know me, just as the Father knows me, and I know the Father, and I lay down my life for the sheep. As I have other sheep that do not belong to this fold, I must bring them also, and they will listen to my voice. So there will be one flock and one shepherd.
How many of us remember wearing the tea towel on our head or dressing gowns? As we were shepherds in the school nativity plays. The shepherd was one role that nearly everybody could have, because unlike the wise men, there were only 3 of them according to the carol, but shepherds, we don't know how many, so there could have been lots of shepherds. Our son was a shepherd in the Sunday school nativity play, aged 3, and he took his role as shepherd very, very seriously. When they said that the shepherds were asleep in the fields, little Andrew really fell asleep. In fact, he stayed asleep on the stage for the rest of the service. I love the words of Jesus. He knows the sheep and the sheep know him. Now, there are 2 different words for know in Greek. One is oida, which is sort of known as to know in knowing or recognizing. I know that Richard is drinking a cup of coffee. That is one way of knowing. I know, I recognize. When we were in Wales, we saw the shepherd turn up in his quad bike for the sheep in a field, and they knew the sound of that quad bike, and they were all running down the hill to the gate because they knew the sound. They recognized it. But there's another word for know, which is sort of, now my pronunciation is awful, ginousku, which sort of is a deeper knowing, sort of like, I know intimately. I know, I understand. I've got beneath the skin. I know what makes you tick. That sort of knowing. And that's the word that Jesus uses here. I know my own and they know me. It's not I just recognize them. It's I really know how they tick. What makes them happy? What makes them sad? What their little foibles are, their little quirks. What are their weak points and their strengths? And that's what Jesus is saying. He knows us that well. He knows our joys and our sorrows. Well, how does God know us that well? Well, because in Jesus, God becomes one of us, the incarnation. And that's what we celebrate at Christmas, the incarnation. Imagine a shepherd with the comfort of having a fire, being able to access weapons for self-protection, knowing where food was and water was. Imagine a shepherd then choosing to become a smelly, silly sheep. Well, that's exactly what God does in Christ. God becomes one of us. a vulnerable baby. Imagine Christ leaving the sapphire paved courts of heaven and comes as a vulnerable baby, born in a stable, soon to be a refugee. The Good Shepherd knows us intimately. Yesterday, Richard reminded us that we are secure, accepted, and significant by God. We are accepted and loved. The Good Shepherd ensures that we are secure, significant, and accepted. I don't know if you know about when there's an orphan lamb, the shepherd will take the skin off of a dead lamb, drape it over the orphan lamb, and present it to the mother that had just lost their lamb. And that way the bereaved mother sheep will accept this strange lamb because they smell and know that lamb as their own. The shepherds were regarded as key workers in early Palestine, preparing sheep for the sacrificial lambs of the temple. But they were also regarded as outsiders, dirty, uncouth, unwelcome, a bit rude. They weren't welcome in the cities and towns, not even in the temple. And yet, who did God send the angels to first to say the good news of Christ's birth? The shepherds, the outsiders on the hill. So today, know that you are known, understood right in the deepest part of your being by the one who loves you, who made you, who understands you, who knows how we tick. And we are invited to know the Good Shepherd in the way that the Good Shepherd knows his sheep. So be blessed today as we edge closer to Christmas. Think about all those tea towels we used to wear as in our nativity plays, but think about the deeper meaning of what it is to be known, understood, and loved. It's very precious. See you tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye.